I'm Karen Jacobs. I'm a professor in occupational therapy at Boston University. And today we had the privilege of listening to Julia give the keynote address at the Massachusetts Association for Occupational Therapy conference. And the words, the stories that she shared really resonated with all of us as occupational therapy practitioners and students. And I know that you gave it from your own perspective, but the words that you shared, the stories you shared, really were inspirational for us as practitioners. And I think we are going away internalizing some of the things that you said, like the hugs, the humor, the need to make sure that we forgive ourselves for our mistakes. And you gave it from a client consumer perspective. As professionals, occupational therapy practitioners and students, we need to practice everything that you said. And I'm so happy to be taking home with me one of your books, your copy of your book, one of many, I'm sure, and we're going to see if we can integrate it into our curriculum, because the message that you give from your words, from your actions, from your written communication is very important for occupational therapy students to learn about.
Thank you, Karen. And I wanted to say that your group and all therapists that I've encountered are very energetic, open-minded, and I loved your theme, thinking out of the box, because that's what is required when you're dealing with patients, because we're not a cookie-cutter nation of patients. We're all unique. I am different from the next. And I think that, my message is really just about self-empowerment, which I hope people not only take it into their own practice of working with other patients, but also into their own lives.
Yes, and that was the word I was looking for. You empowered us. And we're all going home with, I think, in some ways, being a better person. I think that the stories that you told are going to help guide us. And I think you energized us, too.
Oh, I love hearing that. I love to see the energy. But the other thing is that, and your OTs that are attending are meeting new people every day, new individuals that bring new things to life, that we need to get educated every day. We need to walk away every day with something new that has enlightened us and changed something about the way we feel.
One of the things that you said during your inspirational keynote address was about routines. And as occupational therapy practitioners and students, we always talk about the importance of routines, but what you did was you cracked that for us. It was quite amazing, because now I'm thinking, okay, I get into my routine of what I do, seeing a client or student or whatever I do in occupational therapy, but it's very important to not get stuck in a routine, that sometimes you have to take that other path and try something different. And a lot of times we feel secure in routines, but you helped us to see that looking at every single client in a routine kind of manner really doesn't work.
Routine really cannot be an option when dealing with human lives. Routine is natural because that's what we are, as we fall into routines. But when you're dealing with vulnerability and suffering, it cannot come across as routine. The spirit of the service must be genuine. And the thing with, I'm surprised that you said my job as an OT is to create routine. And that is true. Now that I'm thinking, that's what they do, is create routine for the patient so that they can get patterns. But in life in general, I think that we need to break out of the pattern, and I think that we need to be able to understand that change requires taking risk. It's true.
I am so thrilled to have met you. And I've purchased the book. I'm going to read it over the weekend, and I'm going to share your inspirational words and stories with my students and other colleagues. I am so thrilled, and I am so delighted to have met you.
Thank you. I am so happy to be here. I am hoping that the students will walk away and have a new approach to each patient that they encounter.
Well, I think that it's really important that students read your book during their academic training because it will allow them to have another snapshot on a client's perspective. And so I was thrilled at this conference that so many Boston University students purchased your book. And I'm going to try to have a discussion in class with them about your book. So thank you very much.
That's what I'd like to see happen. I would like to see more schools adopt my book into the curriculum because, excuse me, the textbook, medical textbooks do not portray the whole person. And we need to illuminate the patient perspective beyond their diagnosis.
Thank you.
Thank you.